What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to the new Polarbearz Canyon map. Yes, that's right, Pixonic has decided to make it night and there's no more light on Canyon. This is how the next remastered Canyon map will look like. For sure. Yeah, no, of course, I'm joking, guys. Don't take this for granted, don't take it seriously. This is certainly not intended. I was playing on the test server, and I logged into Canyon, and I saw this, and I was like, what in the world am I looking at? I mean, I still know where I am, because I know the map by heart by now, but it's still very awkward, and there is no textures on that. Like, why? What happened to all the textures? You can see the skies are still there. The light is technically there too, because you see the robots are being lighted. So there is lighting on the map and on the robots. It's just that there isn't any textures on the ground. So I don't know what happened with the bump mapping or the texturing here on the map, dudes. But that's awesome. That's the new Canyon map. Yes. Who needs textures, right? Textures, who needs them? Let's go without textures. It runs better. Phone doesn't overheat as well. We don't need textures. All we need is the robot and the hit points of the robot, and that's it, right? And yeah, this is a bit of an awkward video. Obviously, this is not something you should take very seriously. I'm just fooling around a little. But I wanted to do this because I felt it. I just found it was funny to see this. Here's a shell robot coming. That's why I'm moving away from the circle. Because I could have tried to cap that, but he would have hit me with that explosion, and I'd rather not get that hit, okay? Yeah, I'd rather just stay safe. So what do we have here? We have a leech coming up, he's leeching, and what else is there? This is the shell robot. I gotta be ready for the shell. I have those new test server weapons called Scald, Scorcher, and Incinerator. Those three new rocket launchers are on the robots here, in case you're wondering, like, what in the world are you shooting there, Manni? What is this? This is a test server weapon that is currently being tested on the test server, or was when I recorded it anyways. And, why is he still alive? And yeah, so it was super fun to play around with those. Oh, did I just lose both weapons at once? No, okay. But hey, it's Manni-Gaming again. I only have one weapon left. It's just so typical. I have 39,000 health, but somehow I only have one weapon left. 1/4 of my firepower, considering that one of them was heavy and lost. Ugh. And also, here's the thing. Why do I never lose a light weapon? Or so, or a medium why do I never lose the small weapons first? I always lose the the stronger weapons first. When I play Hawk, every time, I lose a heavy weapon. Not the small weapon, no. I lose the heavy weapon. And when I'm at 30% health, usually I'm left with 1 or 2 weapons out of the 4. Ugh, annoying. That's something for the pilot skills maybe. Pixonic, in case you're like looking for some new pilot skills, one of the pilot skills could maybe be that weapons are less likely to be lost during the battle when you take damage, right? Maybe the chance of losing a weapon upon impact of any weapon is like minus 60% or so. Just throwing in an idea, like it doesn't have to be this number, just the idea, right? Could be something interesting. I would certainly consider that ability, because I am very annoyed by losing weapons. Because what I do, I'm not playing like other people where I play with last stand and phase shift, and I play with healing teammates all the time, or having shielded teammates or something. I don't play like this. I play usually alone, and I usually play without last stand and without phase shift. I play with overdrive. Very high risk, high reward playstyle. That means I don't have any puffer to shield me from losing weapons very early on, right? But I need those weapons, because otherwise the whole damage increase hasn't worked. If I lose weapons, then I may as well just stop using overdrive, because, well, losing weapons and then getting more damage equalizes to 0, right? So I would be one of those people who would consider using that pilot skill to prevent my weapons from getting destroyed. Yeah, but hey, how do you like the new Canyon map, guys? I think it's amazing. Definitely more easy on the eyes, and it's definitely also probably power consuming. No, power conserving. Yes, that's the word. Alright, too many people shooting me, but I wanted that overdrive to activate, so let's go with it, and Oh man, he shielded himself, but this guy, he took the plunge, dude. Oh! Oh god, how many rockets are coming at me? Did you see that? Look how scary this looks like. What this Fury is doing to me. Look how scary this looks. Boom, boom, boom. Oh god, get me out of here. That is crazy, dude. Those new weapons are awesome. Especially fired from a behemoth. 4 of them at you. 4 of them coming at you, man. That is incredible. Bam, 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 bam. Hey, he still have last stand. Oh, there's a shell robot. But there's an Ares shield or something in between, apparently. Or a Nemesis. It's a Nemesis right now. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, we got the Nemesis. We're finishing off the Falcon, Scorpion, whatever here. Man, this guy has some health. But now the explosion trigger. This guy's done, and uh-oh, an enemy leech is there. Alright, I died. That's okay. We still have the Hawk to jump into. And the Hawk really looks amazing when it fires these rockets, because you have somehow you're firing all those rockets like put into one rocket displayed slot. See that? I feel like the weapon that comes out of the rocket that comes out of the light weapon is somehow included in the one rocket from the incinerator, and so it looks like you're firing 2 massive bombs rather than 4 ones, right? So that's really interesting here. But in order to give you something actually for your eyes to enjoy, let's jump into one more battle that isn't on the new Canyon map, right? Let's jump onto Power Plant, have some actual colors going on, so that your the numbers don't burn into your screen so much. We have a Galahad coming up, and the explosion is going to be triggered. There we go. One thing I also don't know. This effect explosion, does it trigger depending on the percentage HP that the enemy has, or is it a fixed amount of damage that is transferred when the effect fills up? Like, for example, 30,000 damage when the bomb is filled. Or does that damage from the bomb depend on your weapon damage, on your level of your weapon? Or could a level 1 weapon do the same damage explosion effect than a level 12 weapon, right? Plenty of questions that I don't know the answers to yet, because the weapon is so new on the test server, but very interesting to know that, because if the weapon level doesn't depend on it, then you can use that level 1 weapon and immediately do very well, especially against resistant robot, because robots like leeches with resistances, you don't deal damage to them anyways when you hit them regularly, but the effect would, right? And if that is the same with level 1, then level 12. Ho ho! Okay, so one interesting thought. And also, what would happen if one guy from your team adds the effect with level 12, and then you come around with level 1, and you finish the effect? Which of the 2 different versions of effect damage now takes effect, you know? There's so many questions, and I'm one of those guys who comes up with these questions because I always want to know in perfect detail how everything works, right? This is like my style of play, and I just want to fully understand. Like, I want to know every trick and every mechanic within a weapon setup. I was one of those people who played Command & Conquer 2 back in the days, and figured out that back in the original version, like Red Alert, you could hold shift and then fire a grenade with the grenadiers on the ground, and then while they're aiming their grenade, you click somewhere else on the map and they will throw their grenade at the other side of the map, like way out of their reach. And the same thing in Tiberian Sun Command & Conquer later, also with the Banshee flying things that could then fire over the entire map. I figure out things like that because I always try to fiddle around with the mechanics very much. I guess I would be a good game tester. Running around the map trying to find bugs. That is probably my kind of thing too. Yeah, so plenty of questions. Pixonic, we need you for this, because there's no way we're gonna answer them all without your help. Alright, so we're nearing the end of this video, the brand new map Canyon. Make sure to tell me in the comments what you think of it, right? Did you prefer this new version? Or would you rather have the actual colored one back? Let me know. I know my whistling is actually out of sync with the music. I had to build in a little delay on the mic. to synchronize it with my webcam footage for whatever reason, and therefore, whenever I'm humming a song, it's out of sync with the actual song. Even though when I'm doing it here, it's perfectly synced. Right? It's a bit of a little side information and something a little weird in my recording studio here. Oh, that reminds me. I still have on the to-do list to show you guys my new studio tour, right? That is something that I want to do, because the studio is actually finished now, and you need to see it. So, a studio tour is coming up. Thanks for watching, guys! Have a good one. We'll see each other in the next episode. Manni signing off. Stay healthy, stay cool. Bye-bye.